Yo, what's up, Bears fans? I'm back with some Bears news, and I got some unexpected news for all of you because I, to be honest, did not expect the Bears to try to add any more receivers this offseason because I thought that that's the one position that we're completely set at now with all the moves that we did last offseason. But Ryan Pace, obviously, he's always trying to add new talent, new players, so I commend him for trying to do that. And the Chicago Bears have actually looked into acquiring soon-to-be third-year receiver John Ross of the Cincinnati Bengals, who, if you guys don't know, John Ross, at this point in his career, he's been pretty much a bust. He was drafted 9th overall by the Bengals in 2017, and to this point, he's only played in the last 2 years. He's only played he's only started 11 games, and he only has 210 yards in his career. He has 7 touchdowns, though, which all of those touchdowns, they came last year. So last year, he was used very effectively in the red zone, but other than that, he didn't really do anything for the Bengals. His entire first year, he didn't even play, really. He had 0 receptions. He landed on IR, and he's just been injured so often throughout his career. Now, the reason why he was drafted so early was because of his speed. John Ross ran a record-breaking 4.22 40-yard dash at the Combine, and that's just blazing fast. Now, he, as a receiver in Washington, he was a pretty good receiver, but there's nothing about him that really made you think that he was worth a top 10 pick. He went that high because of his speed and because of his explosiveness. Now, that obviously has not worked out for the Bengals because he has not played that much. He apparently is not fitting their offense. So the Bengals are reportedly trying to trade him away to a different team. Now, the Bears right now, in my opinion, they're pretty much set at the receiver position. If we just keep the same group of receivers, Anthony Miller, Taylor Gabriel, Allen Robinson, and Javon Wims, if we just keep all of them for next year, I feel like we're going to have a very solid set of receivers, and they're going to do amazing things, but you never know what could happen. I mean, all 3 of our top receivers, they were injured at some point last year, so if one of them goes down again, it would be nice to have some more speed, some more explosiveness on this team. And you guys might say that there's no need to add John Ross, but Pace, his entire career with the Bears, he has added talent at positions that we thought we were set at, and it ended up benefiting us in the long run. When we had Jeremy Langford, right? People were questioning him why he was drafting Jordan Howard because we already had Jeremy Langford, and the next year we already had him. We already had Jordan Howard, and people were like, "Why are you drafting Tariq Cohen when you already have a solid running back?" So I'm not going to question Pace here if he goes for John Ross. It's always nice to add more talent. And guys, if John Ross actually stays healthy, right? Just imagine how explosive this offense would be if he actually lives up to his full potential. I mean, he can take the top off of any defense, and when you combine him with the likes of Tariq Cohen, Taylor Gabriel, I mean, we're going to have the fastest, most explosive offense in the entire NFL. The only thing about him is that he has to stay healthy. If he doesn't stay healthy, if he becomes, another Kevin White 2.0, then none of his speed is going to matter. And I also want to see how fast he actually is after, all the injuries he's had. The Bears, if they are going to trade for him, they're obviously going to do their due diligence, do the medicals, do all these tests. So if he is still as fast as he was when he ran that 40-yard dash, then I say the Bears should try to trade for him because Matt Nagy could definitely use him in this offense, and he could just be another weapon that would make this team so much more explosive. Now, what is it going to take to actually trade for him? Well, he was a top 10 pick that still has a ton of potential, but at this point in his career, he has really shown none of that potential. So his value is probably the lowest that it's been in the last 2 years. So, reportedly, they were saying, what's his name? I think, Tony Pauline, he was saying that they're asking for something around a 3rd round pick, so something, like that, which, in my opinion, that is a little bit high of a price to pay for a receiver that's been injured this much. So if the Bears can get that down to maybe a 5th round pick, if we only had to trade a 5th round pick, I would be down to do that to get John Ross just because of how much potential he has. Now, I don't know how much the Bengals actually value him, if they're going to ask for a lot more, if they're going to ask for a lot less. Until we really see how much we have to give up to trade for him, you can't really say if it's a good idea or not. But if it's around, you know, a 5th round pick, I would be very happy if the Bears did this. It's just going to add another explosive piece to this offense. It's going to make it easier for Trubisky, you know, seeing a person just running down the middle wide open, hopefully. So, yeah, if John Ross can stay healthy, if the Bears don't have to trade that much for him, then I say that the Bears should trade for John Ross. Let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comments, and bear down.